target accidentally fired the torso, but look at the amount of the limb damage, and it's already crippled. Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we're talking a little bit more about limb damage. I was testing Twisted Muscles, as well as I need to correct some of the misinformation that I did spread about Scattershot. I retested that, and yes, my apologies. I will cover those two topics in here. So first, I noticed when I was doing my melee build that Twisted Muscles just says limb damage, 63% limb damage. Doesn't say melee limb damage or any prefix to that, like for example Basher does. It says bashing does 50% damage and 75% limb damage. Bashing does those both. And when I equip that, it does only work with bashing. Then about this perk, I did even check Reddit, and on Reddit there is a discussion. People are mostly saying that it's only for the melee attacks, but the thing is, it is not. I will show you a quick test to confirm that, so I'm not only talking out stuff without testing. I did test that. I tried to stay in caution. So now, if the super mutant could cooperate, it has legs. Now 1, 2, and leg is crippled. 1. Now, I add a Radex to suppress my mutations. I need to just move away a little bit. Radex to suppress my mutations. Radex, mutations suppressed. Other leg, 1, 2, 3. And that is consistent. That is consistent. It is visibly less limb damage, regardless of what other perks I will or will not have equipped. Now I'm re-enabling my mutations. If you don't know how, just Radex diluted re-enables them all. So I'm back to having all my mutations active. I did test on custom server with just one mutation, Twisted Muscle, without it and with it, the same result. The limb damage applies to melee and range weapons. So your range build may need Twisted Muscles. That depends how much this gun accuracy will punish you or not. Like for example, with this assault rifle, I don't really have a problem with gun accuracy with the negative, even without running Class Freak. So for me, I would say for most builds, Twisted Muscle is good. Just because how good limb damage currently is. Not for every build, but for most. Now, the misinformation I did spread about Scattershot. Let me tell you exactly how it works, as I explained it differently before, and I apologize. I will not repeat my mistake, as I don't want you to learn the wrong way around. I will show you how it exactly works now. So without Scattershot, 1, 2, 2 is more than enough. 2 shots is more than enough to get this leg crippled. Maybe I make it more visible and equip one of those. So now it will be 1, 2, 3. The 3 is barely any needed. So 1, 2, 3. Now with the Scattershot and how exactly it works. Scattershot on. This super mutant managed to heal its legs, which is perfect. Now look at that. 1, 2, and there is visibly more. 3. But there was visibly more. Other limbs have this applied. So what's happening? So what's happening with this 20%? It is being deducted. Let me say it with some example numbers so it's easier to understand. When you go with Scattershot, I'm shooting this leg. Normally I would do 100 limb damage, let's say. When I equip Scattershot, I will be doing 80 limb damage to this leg. But in the same time, I will be doing 20 limb damage to the other leg, 20 limb damage to torso, 20 limb damage to arm, 20 limb damage to other arm, and 20 limb damage to the head. So it's 20 being deducted from this leg and applies 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. So it is after that multiplied based on number of limbs, but it is being deducted from the initial limb. So if you only want to hit this single one as fast as possible, Scattershot is negative for you. It reduces the limb damage on this particular limb, which may be important when you are fighting the Guardian. Now, how it all comes to place, I will show you on Guardian example. And I want to focus here on the limb damage and how fast it's being applied now when Guardian is involved, but I know you would like to see my end game Guardian farming build, so that's what I'm running in here. It's not much different than what I showed in the guide for Guardian farming from a week ago when I used level 1 gear to farm the Guardian, but that's what I do have in here. Weapons. Black powder rifle, no longer dragon. As I notice, it's the same bonus on the rifle as on the dragon in regards to limb damage. So this fire a little bit faster. So I prefer now black powder rifle. And for the damage dealer and killer, this particular Enclave plasma rifle equipped with scope and all the damage that it can do. So that's if you wonder. Now let's start it. And mainly, please focus on the damage done. I'm using my power armor, of course, full set of troubleshooters. That's important. I'm bloodied build. I have emergency protocols, full set of troubleshooters. With some stim packs, I can tank it up close in here. I need to be close so I can hit it with Enclave plasma. I wait until it fires at me. I apply stim packs and then ricochet and VATS to target. Accidentally fired the torso, but look at the amount of the limb damage, and it's already crippled. I'm taking this plasma and continue. That's incredibly fast. The speed calls it to take all the criticals and taking one for the team, everything. 47 seconds. It's possible even faster. It can be sub 45 seconds. It's all possible thanks to this limb damage. I missed one shot and I still crippled so fast. It's important to remember that ricochet and all deflected bullets do carry over effects from the weapon and perk card related to this weapon in regards to limb damage. So how much limb damage my ricochet has as a bonus? 75% from Modern Renegade, 75% from Enforcer. That's total of 150%. On top of that, I'm holding this weapon and firing it, so this weapon provides additional 100% limb damage, twice 50, so it's total of 250% limb damage. And then on top of that, the mutation works, so Twisted Muscle, 63% when on a team, so that's total of 313% bonus limb damage. That's how it's crippling so fast. So my apologies for a little bit of misinformation in the past about Scattershot. I'm not using it when I'm fighting the Guardian. It's its negative effect. It makes it longer to kill the shield, which is not preferred. Therefore, I'm not using it here. I do not recommend it here, but I do recommend now Twisted Muscle for faster crippling, at least as long as it works like that. I cannot tell if it's bug or intended, just because it simply says more limb damage. Next, underneath, there is melee damage unrelated. So maybe it's supposed to be like that, maybe not. I'm not able to tell. But that's what I wanted to pass to you in this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.